What's up, guys? In this video I'll be flying the Douglas DC-3 in the new update of X-Plane 10. Check my previous video, as this is going to kind of follow on from that flight. I kind of messed up quite a bit. I did quite a dodgy takeoff. Landing was alright, but I accidentally pushed this red button on the right over here, the big one. Because I pressed that, the right engine went into a feather, and I couldn't get it started again, so I kind of messed up that flight. I kind of messed up that video and episode. So it's going to be episode 5? I think it's 5. Not really sure. I'm going to be doing the same flights again as yesterday. Well, the plan I was supposed to do yesterday, I ended up just taking off, going the wrong direction, coming back and land back at the airport I was at because one of my engines wouldn't start. So I'm going to do the same flights I did in the last video. I'm going to take off at the airport I am, which is Papa Hotel Mike Kilo, and then come around to Papa Hotel November Lima, which is Honolulu International Airport. We're going to be landing on, not sure what runway it is, but it's the left, this one where my little pointer is. Yes, we're going to land on the left one. I think that's what all the little aircrafts land or take off, because the other big runways are used for the airliners, so we don't want to go anywhere near that. So yeah, we're going to aim for that, and hopefully our takeoff goes alright, and hopefully you get a nice flight. So first of all, we can start up. We would like to have our battery on. That's the first thing you always want to do. About to say mixture, but we're good. So both batteries on. I'm still quite a newbie at this, so where's my auto pilot on? That should be off. Yes, there you go. Mixture fully in. Both engines. Fill prop speeds already all the way in. Then we can prime our engine, just putting it halfway, actually no, all the way in. Then we can, once we've done this, fuel pump, so we'll, what do you call it? Not lean, prime our engine. So I'll prime the left one for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and our right one, 1, 2, 3. That's done. We can, I think we can go ahead and start up now. So I'll just bring my throttle to half away, because I think that's what you need to do for this aircraft. And so you can check if the place is clear. Look alright, we didn't need to touch any lights, beacon lights already on. We'll just confirm that it is on. Let's have a look. Missing it. Here you go, it is on. So people know about to start our engine. We can't really shout clear prop, as it's quite a large aircraft. You can't just open the window to do that, because you probably can't open the window, but there's no feature anyway. So yeah, we can start our left engine. Start to hear this. I'll touch it if I can touch it. There you go. Oops, maybe not. Oh no, that's why, because my ignition switch is not on. Right, let's try this again. I want to get our magneto for the left engine, right, both on both, and we can start up then. And our left engine successful start up. And I think our right one's on as well. Just check. Yep, we're all good. Right, I think we leave, right, 1000 RPM, looking alright. Both the engines are coming up to there already, so I don't think I have to touch that anyway. We're already allowed to start our taxi as we've got a successful startup. So tap our brakes off, we're going to runway 23 for today, and then we'll depart straight out. I want to head over there. I was thinking yesterday that Honolulu's over there, but it's not, it's over there. That's my mistake yesterday, so we just probably have to make a left turn just to miss these mountains, because I probably can't get that much height for it. We don't have any taxi lights, so we don't need to flick them on while we're taxiing, as there isn't any. Yeah, so we're taxiing to runway 23, and then we can get going. Those takeoffs, like big-ish. We should be able to fit down easily. Yeah, we're fine. Never heard of this airline before, Buffalo. It's a new one for me. Guessing it's not in service anymore. It's just on a DC-3. Yeah, if you haven't checked my other video out, I'll just tell you a little bit about the aircraft if you haven't. Sorry if you already have, because then this will be boring for you. Skip it to the takeoff and you should be alright. But I'll just hold it down so you can see all the things you can flick and just mess about. And then down here, so it's most of the basic stuff in a piston aircraft anyway, so you don't have to worry about different things too much. Especially if you fly the Baron B-58, it isn't much of a difference at all. This has got cowl flaps and all that. I'm sure slam the brakes on here without getting the nose stuck on the ground. That's the only bad thing about flying DC-3, you do not want to wreck your nose. Very hard to fly with the brakes. Got the safe now, and we're just before holding short. I didn't want to go for the front. That's going to be a disaster for this flight, so I guess, yeah, we'll lower our flaps down. I think it's about 11 down, I think. Yeah, 11. 12, that'll do. Yeah, so that's our flaps. And then the one below it, that's our gear. So, pretty strange compared to the other aircraft. Normally it's just there if it's a retractable necessity, don't even do anything for it. Obviously, yes, it's, what do you call it, fixed gear, if that's what you call it. Anyway, we can start our takeoff now, so mixture should be all the way in, prop speeds are all good, throttles, check, it's still, it's a bit above 1000 RPM. There we go, we're good there, and it's going to let me, there you go, landing lights on, got one for each wing, there you go, 1, 2, they're both on, beacon's good, generators, they should have been on once I started up, so that's something I forgot there. Luckily I remembered about that now. Got your dome light there and also your instrument light there. I think that's it. Before I better just calibrate it. So I'll just do this right now. Save. Right, all good for takeoff, guys. So it's nice to know that we don't have enough power to charge this device. Guess it's because of this game. Now, if you're going to start moving anytime soon, you've got enough. Maybe I have to rise a bit. Move now. Nearly. There we go. So yeah, that's all we need to do for takeoff. And just depart straight out, make it a little left turn, and then we can just have a look at the map of which heading we need to set for autopilot. I'll definitely be putting this plane to autopilot and just make sure not to touch those big 2 red buttons. So that kind of messed up my last flight. Yeah, just check on my channel the previous video if you do want to see it. Because like I said before, that kind of links this video as well. So I guess we just go ahead to the full throttle already. So tires are screeching up mad, and full throttle now. Yeah, so get your back wheel off into the air. Just try and head into the centre of the runway. And once you've got your airspeed, start to pull up, and then we're good. Now I'm just going to get some altitude first before I throw in the gear. Get away from the runway a bit. Flaps can come up now. Pretty tricky, because you have to look back so you don't know which way you're heading. Just get our speed up a bit more and get our gear up now. Such a nice sound that. I'm landing much to come off, so can reach them. There we go, and we're all good. Very nice aircraft to fly. Advise you to get it. I guess that's why you're watching this video, to see if you want to buy it or not. So I'll do the best job as I can to show you around this aircraft. So once again, the autopilot on, I'll show you around the cockpit without pushing everything, so that's what I did last flight. Messed it all up. Make a little right turn over here. Don't really need to make that left because we've actually got enough altitude to get over here. I'll go to about 2,500 feet. This thing gets a lot of height quick. We're not losing any speed. Pretty well here. Alright, start lowering the nose down. So I'm at the high altitude I'd like to be at. A bit more. And keep it about there until we get there. 2,500 we're aiming for. We'll learn the speed soon. Alright, flick it there, we should be alright now. Now, do I just flick that on? Yeah, there we go. Right, we're all good with that. Just lower my throttle just a bit. So I want to be hitting that 160 for cruise speed. We look alright there. Maybe a bit less. Bit less. Trying to get that thing to stop moving. Bit more. There you go. That should do. Right, we're all good. We're all in autopilot. We're all safe and sound. I'll just check my heading and I can set it to which I need to. Make a tiny little right turn and we're good. So let's do that now. Let's do it cheap way. Do it like that. A bit more of a right turn. That should be alright. Let's level up. There we go, good. So we're heading completely west. What would that be if it was our heading? Because it doesn't really show us there. It just says we're heading west. Let's say here. It's covering it. Is that runway 8? I mean, not runway, heading 180. Yeah. Guess so. Alright, I'll show you around the aircraft. Start from the top here. So I did not know that was there. Didn't realise that was the avionics switch. One very strange place to put it, so very strange. Is there anything else here? I did not know that was there. Guess I'll just flick off. Like, it's not going to switch our Garmin on, is it? Just didn't have any. Anyway, so you got your master switch there, which I only just realised that was there now. And then up here, you've got all your communication, navigation. Is that radio? Maybe, it probably is. So you got all those to flick about. Yeah, I'm not sure if they do actually work in the aircraft. I'm not going to touch it because don't want to wreck my flight. Let's have a look here. So you got your landing lights for left and right. You've got your beacon lights, which will always be on. Always make sure those are on, even when the engine's off, and even when the battery's off. You just keep them on for the whole time. You just never touch that switch because you just don't need to. When you switch your battery on, they should be on, as you're maybe starting your engine on, or it's just a safety hazard. So navigation off, but if it's a night flight, they're on. So that's the navigation lights are there for. They help people on the ground or another airplane to see which direction you're heading. Probably knew that. And then you got your dome light. Now your probably dome. Now that one. Look at these. Right, you got a light here and a light here. That's what this little circle controls. So if you hold it, you can see on and off. That does do quite a big effect on the cockpit. So if I try and reach that, there you go. See, so it really does brighten up the place. So I always keep that on highest. And moving on to the right of that, we've got our battery for left and right, and then I think we have we've got batteries up there as well. Then our generator or alternator, I think that's the same thing. I don't know. And your fuel pump for your left, fuel pump for your right. Going above, pitot heat for your left and pitot heat for your right, which tells you what airspeed you're going at, I think. You can't flip these, so not much point of that. And the instrument lights, that obviously dims or brightness the instruments, as you can see that. I always keep that on highest as well. And then your engine feather control and then the two red buttons are for the left and right engine. Now I pushed the right one before, wondering what it was actually for, because I thought that red button was separate to the other engine. I thought the engine feather control on the left was for both engines, but I was wrong. So I pushed it, and then suddenly the right engine just completely went, and then I had to make an emergency landing. So that was quite unfortunate, as I didn't actually realise that was for the feather control, but I know now, so I'm just telling you that so you don't make the same mistake, as it does definitely wreck your flight. Let's check how our airspeed's going and everything. Yeah, we look alright. Check where we are as well. Yeah, we're just coming out of the aisle now. Pretty cool. That will be able to see it now. Anyway, let's continue with me showing you this airplane. You got the ignition switch or magneto switch, whatever you call it, for the left and right engine. Then you got your on and off switch, as you can see, for the blue switch there. And so yeah, you can touch those as well. Now I think the yellow ones you could just move around. Blue ones you just tap. Or is it? No, I think blue ones you hold, and green ones you tap. There's purple, I think, as well. I'm not sure if there is purple here. It doesn't look like it, but I swear I've seen purple as well. I'm not sure what that's for, but those are just the different colours you do for each different thing. You've got your wing de-ice from left and right wing. I never used that before. Never touched it. Then your prop de-ice on left and right as well. Never touched that as well. It's never actually gone icy. I'm not sure if they even added that yet. Your window heat. I'm not sure what you use that for. And your fuel jettison. Not sure what that is either. And also you've got your starter on your left and right. That's one of the most important things. As you saw when I was starting up the engine, you just hold it. It makes that weird starting noise and then it starts up. Do that for left and right engines, not at the same time. Got your cargo lights. Hang on, can I touch that? Oh, I was about to say. So this doesn't really matter, but I'll say what it is anyway. Your cargo lights on and off. I guess that's inside the plane, not outside. Heater hot. Another clue. Cabin heater. Well, it's not going to do any effect unless it'll fog up the windows, but so there's no need to add that, as they probably haven't added in the effect anyway. And your pilot amp selector, can't touch that either, so I'll just hold it again so you can see everything you can move and touch around. So that's the top done, and then we go to the below. So below is just the engine really. That bit's more the cockpit and the lights, so well, except for the ignition and starter. But now you can't, on almost all aircrafts you can remove the yoke. On this aircraft you cannot at all. If I hold it, I'm showing all these, but you just can't do it. So That's just something to keep in mind. But there isn't anything you can press behind it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, as you're not going to miss anything, or can't touch anything behind it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In most aircrafts, you've got your altitude. I don't know what you actually call it, but things turn you a little, as you can see there. Just said that. What's it called? The altimeter barometer setting. So it just changed the arrow around. So in case you want to set it to your airfield height, you just set it to 0. It's pretty simple from there. I'm guessing I'm not going to touch that really. I'll just go see what it is. Horizon ref adjustments. So just adjust your horizon. That's basically that. Then you've got all your autopilot. So very old-fashioned. And you just flick it on, switch, move the heading there by just moving it right or left. Now when it's green, it's on. When it's off, when it's not shining, it's off. What's this? Autopilot heading ref. Altitude ref adjustment. So he's guessing that's if you want to go to 1,000 to 2,000 feet, you adjust that, and it should do that. And then you pitch control that. I'll just control the pitch and nose. So I don't really want to touch too much about that, else I'll mess it up a bit. Now go on to the right side. It's just the same as the left. So once again, you've got your cockpit horizon, co-pilot horizon, ref adjust. That's actually way off. Is it? Yeah, I think that's way off. So if I turn that, there you go. There you go. And then on your right, you've got your altitude adjustment as well. Now here's all our engine things and all that, and all the complicated stuff. So you got your prop speed. This turns the prop of the this turns the angle of the propeller, which creates more drag for the propeller to turn, which slows the propeller down. So basically just slows down the speed of the propeller. I forgot what you use it for. I'm not sure if it's something to do with the RPM. Definitely not to do with the fuel, as that's a mixture. And then you've got the throttle. You can't do it separate, it is just one whole thing for the throttle. So you can't put full power on the left engine and nothing on the right. You just can't do that. I guess you just do that with the mixture. On the mixture you can do it, and on the prop speed you do it on both individually, but on the throttle you can't. Mixture, how much fuel is pumping into the engine. So you pull it back and cut the engines off. That's how you switch the airplane off. For a piston aircraft, as you probably already know. And you've got your carb heat. Never touched this before, so I'm not going to do anything with that. Now these are your fuel selectors. Now they're all different, and they're like that when it spawns. So I'm not sure what's going to go on there. Not sure if that's right. Not sure if that's wrong. Here you've got your massive pitch trim wheel. A huge thing. So I'm not going to touch that, as I don't really need to. Some autopilot. Check around. Got the behind us. There it is, showing up now. Here we've got our aileron trim. So that's just the aileron trim, and that's your. Then you've got rudder trim. I think that's this one. Is it? Yes, that's your rudder adjust. And there's your parking brake. I was wondering whereabouts that was. So at least I know now. And then this is your tail wheel lock. So I guess that just locks the wheel at the back of the tail, obviously. And then your cowl flaps. No, I think those things are for these things sticking out here, and this engine in there. I'm guessing that's what they do. They just make them stick in or stick out more. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they're for. And then obviously, as I said at the start of the video, that's your flaps, and then that's your gear. So, well, that's basically it for the DC-3 cockpit. Perfect timing as well, as we come up to the airport as well. That's that's basically it. Controls very, well, strange really. It definitely doesn't control as other aircrafts do. It's very, when you're on final, it just seems to wobble about with no wind. It wobbles about like there is wind, but there's 0 knot wind today. You'll probably see it on final as I'm wobbling the steering wheel, not steering wheel, the yoke all about the place. But yeah, it's pretty strange to handle. But that's probably about it on how she flies. Well, it takes off pretty easy, gets off the air really quick for such a large aircraft, and landing's alright. It's pretty hard as you have to get the front wheels down first. I'm always used to landing back wheels for a flare, so I need to get used to these. But I'll just say it's quite a new experience. It's pretty good fun. So yeah, as I said before, I'll definitely advise you to get some. Get the DC-3. We've got all the normal views as you would as in all the other aircraft, so there's no different views. It's all just the basic ones. That was it. That's all I can say. So I'll just get a bit closer to the airport. I'll do a little time lapse for you now. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Alright, we're just going to make a little right turn here because I want to be going over the city. We can start to decrease our altitude to about 1,000 feet. I know it sounds pretty low over the ground, but I want to be safe because normally in the DC-3 you come way too high. Way too high on final, and that's pretty bad. So I just start to decrease at least when I get to 1,000 feet per minute. Maybe not. Slow it filter down, so I don't want to go too quick. There you go, that's more like it. And we get down to 1,000 feet, and we should be safe to be at appropriate height for our, I'm not sure what you call it, downwind, lags, I don't know. I need to learn all these. All I know is final. That's all I know, it's the easiest one. Yeah, I just want to keep to the left of these mountains, and the airport should come into our sight soon. I'm just going to take this course as the runway will be landing at. We'll be going over land. We won't be landing from the sea over onto the runway. $1,500 right there. Now I can just about see on the runway over there. Cause that's where we'll be heading around there. So just so you have an idea. It looks like we're really low, but trust me, we're pretty high up at the moment. When you come up to the runway, because it's such a large airplane, runways look pretty small compared to it. I'm used to the big. I'm used to the small aircraft, like the little Cessnas and the Beechcraft Barons. I'm used to those, so I'm not because they just launched this. I'm quite a fan on piston aircraft. I'm not really a fan. I like turboprops as well, but I'm not really the guy for jet engines. Even though the A10 is one of my favourite airplanes, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the fast ones. So I'll just keep going down a tiny bit more. Now I've got this little bump over here, so I don't want to get too close to that. Just a little more, nearly at 1,000 feet. I'll probably set my altitude then, but not my heading, just so it's easier for me to keep that altitude. There we go, that's altitude's going on. I'll just leave it like that. Right, that'll be a lot easier for me now. We're going a bit too quick as well, so I'll just gently lower the throttle and it'll gently come down to about 140 knots. That's what we want at the moment. Maybe 120 because the flaps is only 100 knots. So we just want to take note on that and be quite careful about it. So I'll slow down quite a bit. See our speed's coming down. It's a shame you can't actually see the speed because the yoke gets in the way. So I suppose there is a quite a bad thing that we can't hide the yoke. You can see another runway over there. Our one's just to the left of that, so it's going to be quite a short final. And keep going. 140 knots right there. And start to make our left turn for final. I'm not really sure we're going to be taxiing. I'm probably going to have to make it up when I get on the ground, but we'll see. So that sounds a bit more power now, so we're about 120 knots. You see our nose is starting to lift a bit there. Now I think I'll start to pull a bit more flaps down. All that. Now I'll get my old pilot off it, and that can stay off the rest of the flight now. All comfortable, the trim looks alright as well. And there's another runway. You see the two runways. Now our runway is there to there. So it's quite on a diagonal compared to the other two runways. I'm not really familiar with the airport, so I don't really know which runway we'll be landing on, as I said before. So this side looks alright at the moment for coming in. You start to see the shape of the runways coming in now, and buildings all loading in. We're probably going around one of those hangars as well. This is quite a large aircraft, so we don't have to go to a normal parking. Probably throw my gear down as well. And landing lights can come on as well. Been quite a successful flight at the moment. I haven't spoke too soon because this could go all bad right now. Now I want to see the runway, so once more before I start turning in. Yeah, alright, so we should be okay to pull all the flaps down now. So grab it all the way down. And that'll lower the nose, it won't rise it. As it should do. Speed's coming nice and slow now, so we've got plenty of time to get in line and get all the adjustments for this runway. As you can see there, it'll be a very short final. Yeah, 100 knots right there. It's pretty good for our approach speed. I think it is. Or maybe 80 knots. You may want to throw a bit of trim. I'm not sure which way is it. Which way is it? I think it's that way. I'm not sure. Actually, maybe the other way. I want the nose to go up. No, it doesn't really want to work. Never mind. We've got plenty of runway to waste as well, so we've got the whole runway to ourselves, so we should be okay on this. I'm going to stop turning now, and I just want to get in line with this runway now. So hold that straight. There's our left turn. Quite a sharp one. Pull a bit on that. There we go. Very nice. No, it's going to be quite a nice landing. Still a bit off. It should come into place once we get there. .250 feet right there. See how it's wobbling all around now. Let's keep adjusting this. Now, I was about to say start producing our flare, but nope. We're going a bit too fast for this, but we've got plenty of runway to waste, so it should be okay. Now, let's get this nice touchdown. It's alright. Won't mind seeing the replay on that, so cut the throttle. Hold the nose about there. Now just keep that tail off the ground. You don't want to throw that on the ground yet. Now just keep in line runway. You want to get it way below 40 knots, so it's still ages yet to hold this tail up. Keep it going. Definitely do not touch the brakes, or else your nose is just going to go way off. I'm going to do a nice little flip if you do tap the brakes now. Now this is when the tail's going to start to get down on the floor, around 40 knots. Start pushing that nose down. And gently, there you go. Still don't have the brakes yet. You probably don't need the brakes now, you're going so slow. And I'll start to apply a bit of throttle, probably up to 1000 RPM, so I don't want to really stop. So I want to have a bit over 1000 RPM, just so you have that power to get off the runway. And that was a nice successful flight in DC-3. I'll retract my flaps now. That nice noise as you come up. Start using my radio again to correct myself. And this came off again. Went a bit too quick. That's right. Alright, so let's slow down. I'm going to go in that hangar over there. It looks quite nice. Just make a nice little left turn. Nice and gentle. Try not to hit the grass here. Seems to be alright. Now nice and slow now. Start to apply more throttle now. I'll get my landing lights off now. Just like nearly there, come on. There we go. The landing lights are now off. Alright, so we can taxi over to that hangar now. So I probably won't go inside it. Well, shall I go to that hangar? Or shall I just go over here? I think it'll be easier just to go over here, so I'll do that now. It's way easier. Throttle's alright, so we'll just be able to keep the speed, which would be quite nice. So always keep slow on taxi, never go too quick in a DC-3. Just trust me, it will not slow down unless you push your brakes on. And that's when the nose goes over and mess it all up. There's a lot to think about in the DC-3. It's going to sound pretty bad then, but I didn't do anything. Alright, I'll cut the throttle now. Maybe a bit more. Just don't want to totally suck. Actually, I think I'll just park around here. We've got this nice little sticky out bit here. In real world, it's probably just a flipping car park, but never mind. Didn't really plan out where I was going to go. And cut it there. Alright, just wait for us to slow down. Wait for us to slow down. A bit more. Keep it going. And we're going to apply our brakes while there. See how that nose came down a bit. Right, I know where my parking brakes are now, so we can pull that all the way out. Now we are set to shut down. So we just throttle all the way back, that's already done. Taxi lights, we don't even need them because they're not even in this airplane. Cut the left mixture out now. Left engine should be off now. Cut the right. All off, it goes all quiet. Then you can pull your magnetos all the way back until they're on your off position. Don't need to do anything with starter as they're always off unless you actually touch it. Generator can come off as the engines are still not running. Battery can stay off for now. On for now. Beacon always has to stay on. Now flaps already retracted, so we're good at that. We're going to dim our lights now. And our instrument lights. And then we can flick our battery lit off, then I think that's it. I think that's how you shut down the Douglas DC-3. So, also these things, that's the only bad thing with this aircraft. Only one moves, only one the prop angle moves. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything wrong, or that's just a fault in the plane. So, not sure if that is the case, but we'll see. So, I hope I actually taught you something about this aircraft, and I hope you may want to get it, buy it, whatever. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, because it really does help me out and make me want to do more videos. And I'll see you in another episode. So see you guys.